Hello, hello. All right, today I'm not driving, so maybe I can even focus a bit more since I'm devoted, paying attention, undivided attention only to this video that I'm making. Anyways, I was watching some news. There's some crazy stuff going on in America at the southern border. Chaos. Some of the policies are absurd. Of course, nothing new about that. you know, um, Immigration problems as usual, but this time things are kind of like going down the drain. And chaos is taking place and taking over. And on another side, there's like a real, how would I call it so I don't get censored here? Fascist control, okay? That's what that is. Just straight up, I don't care if I get censored. Yes, so just so you know, there's a lot of stuff floating around in the news that even I got caught in. And I started thinking, why does this story not make any sense whatsoever? You know, on one hand it does, but then when you start going and digging deeper into details, it doesn't make any sense at all, and you will not get anywhere. So it seems like it's designed to be that way, and you can think whatever you want to think. You can call me a conspiracy theorist or whatever you want to call me. Doesn't matter. Research for yourself. Try to figure out what happened, who is who, what's what, and you will not get anywhere. But you will get more answers. More questions. Sorry, you will get more questions than answers. For every answer you will get, there's going to be 2 or 3 questions. And those questions will lead you into more questions. And the more you will know, the more you will realize that there's a lot of things missing. So something is not right. And we are paying attention to that. Whereas in the backdrop of this whole drama, there is a real lifetime drama. A real one. Involving all of us. Involving especially America. The United States, involving our lives here, that we should basically take care of instead of playing these bureaucratic nonsense. The rules of democracy and the complications and the complexities of all sorts of political systems put in place that are not helpful. They are not helpful. They're focusing on viral, right? And I don't know, that's the most important thing right now. Except that it's not. It's totally not. But it's made into this boogeyman, that now we all have to be scared of and we have to stop living. Don't live, why shouldn't we just, the whole society just get on the cliff and all jump down? It's so stupid. It's incredibly retarded. And those of you who are for it, I don't understand you. I honestly don't. The only thing I can think of and see in you is the escape from accountability for life, irresponsible behavior. So, you do whatever the government says, regardless of how nonsensical it is and how counterproductive it is. You agree to it because I know why. I know you. I know people like you. You agree to it because you want to be told what to do. Because in case something goes wrong, you can always say it was somebody else that made the wrong decision for you, but not you. That's the actual truth about it. So it means you're not accountable. You're not an accountable person. You're not a reliable person because you're not responsible. You're not a responsible individual. You don't think of day-to-day basis of your decisions. You're just thinking how you're gonna save the world, right? By what you do. except that you are not saving the world because you're not actually dealing with the issues and you're not actually changing things at the roots of the issues. You're basically putting an aspirin, you're ingesting aspirin so you can get rid of the headache, right? I mean, this is on and on in our society. You know, this is like, it's a never-ending story. It's just, this is what the majority of our society will always go for. You know, and whoever can provide that, that's the hero. Unfortunately, that is the hero. And all the rest of us are, you know, the delusional, I don't know, narcissists or, delusional people, individuals who think that we know so much that we could actually, that we could have better solutions than those who are officially appointed to make those solutions for you. Whereas the solutions are really on you specifically, not on somebody else making them for you. As also here on my channel and in my videos, I never say that I have the answers to all of the stuff that's happening, but you do. You have some and I have some, you know, and but I do have the keys for you to find those solutions within you, and that's all I'm giving you. I'm not giving you the solutions, you know, because you shouldn't be lazy. All right, you have to work really hard on yourself. Forget about working hard as a worker, as a laborer, as a you know, I don't know, occupation, you know, professional. Forget about that. I'm not talking about working hard. I'm not talking about working hard on my, you know, projects, carpentry projects, and my paintings. I don't know, some mechanical stuff on my car. None of that stuff. You know, whatever your occupation is, I'm not talking about working hard at that. I'm saying working hard on your emotional being, your emotional state, your, I don't like to call it mental state, because mentality, it's just, that's an illusion. It's a made-up construct that it's part of our society through which the society is controlled and manipulated. I am talking about honestly evaluating and constantly re-evaluating your emotional states, your emotional responses, your emotional levels. You know, how reactive you are to certain things, certain situations, circumstances, people in your life. You know, this is something you have to continuously monitor, continuously observe, as if you were not this here, but somewhere outside of it looking in. Almost like a big brother looking at your person. What your person is doing, how is it moving around, what is it thinking, what is it intending, you know, how it is moving about, what it's doing at every moment, why is it doing that, why it has certain desires, how those desires drive your person through life and to certain people and away from certain people. Okay, these are the things you should be very cautious about, and be very methodical, analytical, very precise in observing, you know, in observation of those factors that create that person. Okay, so this is my input today, because I see there's you know, a lot of problems in our world, and those problems are not going away by you putting a mask on and taking a hit in your shoulder. You know, they're not going away. You know, you can deceive yourself as much as you want, and trust me, he didn't stop with this. He went to this, and from this, he won't stop here either. It's going on. So you're continuously giving approvals for more and more um, control of your physical unit called body, all right? And with that also your person. I mean, if somebody is messing with my car, it's messing with my ability to go around, right? I can go on foot, can use my bike, but let's say somebody's messing with my feet. Let's say I don't need a car. Okay, I'm on my feet. I walk around, I jog, I run to places. Now somebody's messing with my feet. Now what do I do now? I'm gonna be helpless, right? So this is the situation here. So this is the problem. So you given approvals for one thing, that leads you to have to approve the next thing. And then after the next thing, you say, well, but then that's it. No, it is not. These are just stepping stones to more and more and more entries into your body, more and more, monitoring of your body. And some of you think that's so great. Wow, we're going to be healthier and healthier. We're going to, have all this data and all this information that nowadays we have from the athletic side of view, all sorts of meters, all sorts of sensors we can attach to our bodies and, monitor all those things. I mean, honestly, do you really know that to be the most valuable thing in our lives? I mean, do you really think that this is what you actually need so you can perform optimally? So you're completely taking yourself away from how you feel and what is in your gut, what's the gut feeling. You're ignoring your basic instincts because some machine and some meter is telling you otherwise, right? I've trained many years. I was, basically a semi-pro professional, semi-professional, which is not very far from a professional, but semi-professional athlete. And I've never stopped being an athlete ever since to this day. All right. So years and years and years of physical fitness, and also, if you want to call it mental fitness, emotional fitness was a part of my routine and is a part of my daily routine. It takes a lot, but you know what? I don't need machines to tell me how I feel. I don't need machines to tell me, what my levels of relaxations are. I mean, we're not stupid. It seems like nowadays we have to measure everything, otherwise we just don't know who we are, what we are, how we feel. I mean, soon they're gonna make meters and say, if you're with this and this partner and this is what is measured by your body, then that partner is not for you. I'm pretty sure you already know that partner is not for you without any meters. But you decide to stay, you decide to justify certain things and certain feelings, why you are with that partner. Or why you have a certain job. Forget about partners. Why you do certain work. You justify these things. So you don't need meters. You don't need all this technology in order to be a smart decision-making person. Yeah. So let's just look at our homelessness problem. Huge. Absolutely huge. How are we resolving that? How are we taking care of those people? How are we helping those people get their, help when it comes to their health? And I'm not talking about a viral situation that is perpetuated to be the biggest one in history. No, I'm talking about day-to-day, body performing optimally on daily basis. And why are they even out in the street? Why? In our society, we have so many resources. Obviously, somebody wants them out in the street. Because guess what? When you let somebody being out there on the street for a long time, they will adapt to the streets. They will adopt certain things that nobody who lives in an apartment building, in an apartment or in a house or any kind of home that is normal to humans, yeah, won't act like that, won't not think like that. You know, the survival mode kicks in, and there's a lot of stuff that homeless people do, basically that otherwise never would. So now, as a society, we're creating this problem here, and we're not solving it. We're pushing it away, saying, "Well, because of this and this and this, and the budget is here, this, and the budget is there, that, blah blah blah." Always comes down to the money, right? And then city officials disperse a lot of money in chunks, solving homelessness crisis, right? But nothing ever gets solved because listen, when you're out in the streets and you can't get a job because you don't have a permanent residence. You see, so you don't have your address, you don't have a bank account, you're doomed. You're out on the street. It's a cycle. You can't get out of it. And I'm not making excuses for just about anybody who says like fuck the system, I'm out in the streets. There's a lot of different cases of homelessness, and what I'm saying is that if somebody truly wanted to help, we have all the resources with all the money that the cities usually throw at the problem of homelessness. With that money, if proportionately and properly placed within our society, we wouldn't have these issues. So it's not that we don't have the money for it, okay? It's always this thing. It's too expensive, we don't know how to. No. It's the bureaucracy, okay? We can't do certain things because of this and this and this and that. It's always like that. Why can't we solve it this way? Oh, well, we can't because we got to get the approval from this one, the approval of that one, blah, 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 blah. In the meantime, real life happens. People struggle. And then we have crime. I mean, what do you expect? When people have nothing to eat, when people are out there losing their mind, what do you think they're going to do? They don't have jobs. They can't walk into temporary agency for temporary jobs and be like, hey, I want to sign up. Do you have the address? Well, I'm sleeping in a tent, but I don't want to be there anymore, so I want to make some money and get myself out of there. Sorry, we can't help you. And then on and on and on, there are different problems. So obviously somebody in our politics does not want this problem to go away. Somebody's making money off of this, okay, off of these crises. Be sure about it, or else it would have been solved. It's not solved easily. I have some ideas, but they wouldn't work because it's like, oh well, because these, because of that, because of blah blah blah, because. That's what the answers are. So I would only say you can help the most if you truly work on yourself and truly observe yourself and truly monitor your person, your emotional state, your emotional reactions to circumstances, people, places, jobs, all sorts of stuff in life. Monitor yourself. See yourself. See yourself from a perspective of an outsider. And that will kind of help you understand how you truly function, and then you'll be able to be more honest with yourself, more honest in what you're seeing, how you are, how you behave, why would you actually behave like that, why would you react in a certain way. That's more needed in our society, especially right now, than anything else. And when it comes to politics right now in our world are ridiculous. And they're standing in the way of actual solutions. And that's when I told you that time is up. There's no more time. What you're seeing is just the delayed effects of the corrosion, of the, rotting, the society rotting because it died a couple years ago. It actually died. That's why there's so many things happening and that nobody basically can stop them. Look, there are people like myself with great ideas and all this stuff. We don't get anywhere. And that's a reason for it. It's not because somebody is evil, but because, we can't make the dead people in the dead society to wake up. We can't, because it's dead. It's over. So that's why I removed myself personally, very much so in the these recent months. Once I, got to the point, I was like, well, it is what it is. Let the dead bury the dead, and that's it. So I'm here only for those of you who are remaining behind, who are still breathing, who are not the living zombies. And for those of you, I'm here. I'm your support. Anything you want to ask me, anything you want to address, go ahead. But remember one thing. I always prefer people, instead of writing long ass essays underneath other people's videos. Sometimes that's okay, but I'm telling you, you're wasting your time. You're wasting your energy. Go create your own channel, create your own videos. Put yourself out there. Be out there, be accountable, be out there as a person. Let everybody see you, where your ideas come from, and do that. It's gonna be more productive than coming to me and writing these long essays as comments. Because you think, or that you know something more, or whatever it is that you think about it. Okay, but if there's any kind of ideas, interesting stuff that you have, put it down there, and I'll either discuss it, or maybe somebody else is going to pick up on it and drive it further. Okay,